Hello, viewers, and a very big welcome to my divine philosophy. Um, it's a little bit chit chat. I usually give lectures on certain topics which a lot of people put to me, and I feel the answers I give to these chit chat lectures could throw an insight to other seekers out there who are actually also having similar questions and deliberate over it. Today's divine philosophy will be based on dreams and visions. Dreams and visions. I'm sure a lot of you who are on this spiritual development path have heard so much about dreams and visions. Most of you want to experience spiritual dreams and visions, etc., etc. Now, dreams and visions are real, and in the ancient times, even as at today, God, the divine, the I am, the self, use dreams and visions to communicate to human beings for various reasons. Most of the time, it is something which comes, like I said, to either give information, either establish a fact, or either give a prophecy ahead of what is to come. And if let's take the scriptures, the Bible scriptures, for example. If we look at the Bible scriptures, for example, we will see that God used dreams and visions to accomplish a whole lot of things. And several times in the Bible, God has been communicating with their prophets and even the ordinary through dreams and visions. It will go to an extent that you realize that if you read somewhere in the Bible, 1 Samuel chapter 3 going, you realize that when there are no visions, there are no dreams, then it's usually basically due to the death of the prophets. And the same 1 Samuel from 3 going, you realize that when there is a disobedience to God, there's always lack of dreams and visions. Okay, this is how the Bible put it in some way. And in a way or the other, even relating to our individual selves, it is true to an extent. Why is it true to an extent? For the first part where they said there is lack of prophets, who is a prophet? And why is there lack of prophets? Why there is no dreams and vision? Take you, the human being, as an example. Your true self, your higher self, your spiritual self, when there is lack of these things, you go to bed and just wake up. Sometimes you dream and you don't even remember what you dream about. Sometimes you dream and it doesn't make any sense to you. So yes, in quotes, lack of prophets. Also, the second part which talks about the disobedience. When there is disobedience, I've already given the scriptures, but I want this not to be a long video. So I give the scriptures, you read it on your own, then you can. So the second scriptures which say when there's disobedience on the side of we human beings, yes, there is lack of dreams and visions. You also agree to me again that yes, that is true. There are so many things which we know that we ourselves are doing, which we know it's wrong. When you come to my local dialect in the Akan language, they used to say that Obi nchire akola nyame. a simple parable saying that nobody, you see, when a child is born, nobody teaches the child where God is. But when you ask any child, where is God? The child will point upwards to tell you God is up there. Indirectly, what we're trying to say is that we all have conscience. And most of the things that we do, we know what we are doing is wrong. By so doing, it's part of the disobedience. And these are the basic things which actually pushes dreams and visions away from us. Now, sometimes also, God uses these dreams and visions to let us know his plans ahead. And when you go to Genesis chapter 15 and you read that part, you realize that God used a vision to reinstate the Abrahamic covenant, reminding Abram that he would have a son and be the father of many nations. Sometimes also God uses these dreams to protect us. Now, one example is, you remember when you read from Genesis chapter 21 to 7, one example is, when Abraham went to the new land, the wife, Sarah, is beautiful. The wife was so beautiful that Abraham feared that the king, who is the king, Abimelech, right? I don't know if I mentioned it right, but if you read there, you will know. So Abraham feared that the king may probably kill him, Abraham, and take over the wife, Sarah. So what did Abraham do? Abraham rather told the king that Sarah was his sister, the half-sister. By so doing, since Sarah was beautiful and the king was interested, the king took Sarah into his harem or palace, wherever they keep their wives or women. But what did God do? God sent Abimelech a dream, a vision, for him to know that Sarah is Abraham's wife and that he shouldn't touch Sarah. So you see, by that vision or by that dream, Abimelech returned Sarah back to Abraham. One, God has protected both Abraham and Sarah. And two, God knew that it is through Sarah that he is going to establish his plan. So the same dream also has gone on to pave the way to establish God's plan. There are so many instances of these dreams we can come across in the Old Testament. When Jacob connived with the mother, and that will be found in Genesis 28 from verse 10. When Jacob connived with the mother to steal Esau, his senior brother's blessings, as I told you, we have conscience. He knew what he has done was wrong. So what was he doing? He was running away. And when he was running away, one night on his way, God revealed and assured him through the dream. That's the wonderful dream of ladder reaching from earth to heaven, and assured him that through him he is going to establish Israel. By so doing, he got confident, came back to beg the brother, etc., etc. So it is evident. We can also talk about Joseph, the dreams he interpreted to Pharaoh or the king of Egypt then, etc., etc. So yes, dreams and visions are good and comes with a purpose. But most of the purpose are not for selfish purposes. I hope we understand. We need to establish this first. And we can also attest to the fact that even in the New Testament, God used a whole lot of dreams. Even with Jesus Christ himself, God used dreams. When you read Luke chapter 1, verse 5 going, God used a vision to tell Zechariah that he will soon have an important son. And that son turned out to be what? John the Baptist, who came to pave way for Jesus, as the Bible puts it. It's not easy for you to have a wife and all of a sudden realize that your wife is pregnant. Your question is, pregnant for who? When you know you've not had any affair that will bring about that pregnancy. But if you go down to Matthew 1 verse 20 and 2:13, you realize that the same God used dreams and vision to inform Joseph what is happening and why he should not divorce Mary. So, sometimes you realize that the visions also serve to provide information that was unavailable elsewhere. So, yes, dreams and visions are good and important, but they are not paramount. They are not paramount in the sense that there are so many other things to fall on in the current world or in the current eon that we live in, and not only dreams and visions. It was very paramount in the olden days because that was one of the best ways and the best means God could communicate with his people, his prophets, etc., etc. Now, I know most of you who keep asking me questions about dreams, visions. Like I have already established in that dreams and visions are not something bad. You can have dreams and vision to learn an insight to something. People receive instructions through dreams and visions. A whole lot of inventions, technology, etc., which have come about these days are through dreams and visions. You can have dreams and visions regarding important issues whereby you need to take a decision, and these dreams and visions will help you to take that important decision. And by so doing, I know the question most of you keep asking me is, how will I be able to see visions, to have dreams regarding what I want to know? In the first instance, I will say that keep developing yourself, keep practicing your meditations, and your visions will open. I'm also going to teach a spiritual method whereby you can use to induce dreams and visions, or you can use to see dreams and visions. It may not be clearer from the beginning, but as you keep doing it, you will realize that the visions and the dreams will become clearer and your intuition will be stronger. One thing I also want to establish is that all the dreams and visions which we talk about, etc., don't forget that they are not straightforward. So yes, you may get the dreams and vision, but interpreting those dreams and visions is not as literal as you saw it. So if you go back to Joseph, you see all the dreams and visions which Pharaoh was having, which people were having, those he has to interpret it and etc. They were not straightforward. But yes, the dreams has come, God has spoken, and that is the end of it. And they needed somebody like Joseph to read meaning into those dreams. So today I will talk about dreams. I've already talked about dreams, and I'm going to show you a ritual you can do, perform, when you want a dream about a particular thing. So hold on, let me get something and show it to you. The herb you will need for the ritual to bring about visions and dreams is this one. Take a closer look at it. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this herb before. I will show you the name. There are ants, and this is how the pot or the seed looks like. I'm sure, as I said, a lot of you have seen this herb. So there are ants on it, so I wouldn't be holding it for long. I'm coming to show you the rest of the rituals. The name of the herb I just showed you is called Apple of Sodom. Apple of Sodom. Its botanical name is, let me be sure, they said Calotropis procera. Calotropis procera. Please, I'm a Ghanaian, so my pronunciation, this is how I can take it. Let's move on. Now, you need 7 leaves of that herb. I know the Ghan name. The Ghans call it Totoba. Totoba. And I understand that the local fried cheese we used to have in Ghana, which is popularly called wagashi, they use this particular plant as part of the preparations for the wagashi. It's common. Mostly you found it along the road, etc. It's very common. And as you've seen the video or the live picture of it, I'm very sure it will be easier for you to find this particular herb. So you will need 7 leaves of the herb. You will need one of this. This is a pack of or a jar of meditation incense. A jar of psychic, it's called psychic power or meditation incense. And you need one of this, which is vision oil. Look at them carefully. That's why I'm presenting them in video for you to see. Vision oil. Now, first of all, let me sound caution for those who will be going to pick this particular herb, apple of Sodom. Now, you see that when you plug the leaf, there is a whitish fluid which comes out of it. It is poisonous to your eyes and not even good to consume directly. When it's gone through certain processes, yes, but in the raw state, it's poisonous to your eyes and not good for consumption. Please and please again, be careful when you are plugging the leaf. Plug it gently and you'll be fine. And you have this fluid all over your hand, don't worry. When you get home, get soap, get water to wash it, because you don't know when you mistakenly rub your eyes with it. So please, practice caution. All right. So once you have these herbs, send it home. When you send it home, get a white plain handkerchief which has not been used for anything, a new one of course, and lay these herbs in the white handkerchief. Once you lay these herbs in the white handkerchief, you can wrap it up and put it somewhere safe. You will use this the last thing before you go to bed. The last thing before you go to bed. On the day that you want to carry out that operation, use 7 drops of the vision oil, the one I showed you. You use 7 drops of the vision oil into your bath water and pray. Mention your own name and pray your wishes regarding the dreams you want to have, the visions you want to have, and use that water to bath. When you finish, burn some of the mystic psychic power or meditation incense. Burn some of it and anoint yourself with some of the vision oil. But in the evening, when you are about to sleep, the night you want to operate for the vision, in the evening when you are about to sleep, put all the herbs somewhere nice. Pick one of the herb, put it on the white handkerchief. Take some of the incense. When you take some of the incense, you sprinkle a little bit over the herbs. Whilst you are sprinkled a little bit of the incense over the herbs, state the dream you want to have. I keep saying state the dream you want to have because it's not about I just want to dream. But if it's about a particular problem, a particular solution, something in particular that you want to see through dreams, mention it. When you finish, put the next leaf on top of the first one and repeat the same thing. Do that for all the 7 leaves. When you finish doing that for all the 7 leaves, I will say, or per the ritual, you repeat Psalm 23. Psalm 23 7 times. Psalm 23 7 times. And then you repeat Psalm 42. Psalm 42 once. And repeat Genesis chapter 28, verse 10 to 16 also once. Once you've done this, cover or wrap up the herbs. Use some of the vision oil I showed you, a drop on the wrapped up herbs. You drop once, then you mention the holy name El Elohi Israel. You drop twice, mention the holy name El Elohi Israel. Do that for 7 times. And once again, repeat once your desires of dream you want to have. After that, place the herbs under your pillow and sleep. God willing, the dreams and visions will appear to you. Remember that from the beginning, I told you that they may not be clear. Keep doing it, and the vision will open, the dreams will come. Also, it is advisable, or some people will even spend 3 days fast before they do what? They undertake this ritual. The reason is you need to at least shed off some of the gross impurities of your body through fasting to make these visions becomes more spiritual and more meaningful. So I'm bringing my Sunday divine philosophy to an end. I have showed you all that you need to know about the rituals. And one thing I forgot to add, after you anoint the wrapped up leaves with the oils yourself before you sleep, anoint yourself with it, and also keep some over your eyebrow and this place in between here, before you sleep. May success be yours, and you can always give me a call, send me a WhatsApp if you need further clarification or the instructions is not too clear for you. You can always reach the Divine Mystic Lodge on 020 6850 370 020 6850 370, and we will always be ready to respond to your questions. Thank you. Enjoy your dreams, enjoy your visions, and I know another time we will talk about dreams and their interpretations. Have a good one. Stay blessed. Bye.